Hey baller, listen up. I'm about to drop a story on you that's so real, so raw, so straight up inspiring that you're gonna want to hit that subscribe button before we even get deep into it. Trust me, you won't find vibes like this anywhere else. This is the ultimate underdog story of a kid who's proving that old school grit with new school skills is an unstoppable combination. Now let me introduce you to Donovan Clingan, the 7-foot phenom from Bristol, Connecticut, who's not just surviving in the NBA. He's absolutely dominating games and forcing the entire basketball world to sit up and take serious notice. Picture this scene: Bristol, Connecticut, a blue-collar town where football is king and basketball is often the afterthought. Growing up in this environment was Donovan Clingan, a kid who wasn't just tall. He was massive from practically the moment he could walk, but here's what made him different. He wasn't content to just be a big body. This young man possessed natural footwork that would make a ballet dancer jealous, soft hands that could catch anything thrown near him, and a basketball intelligence that had his coaches shaking their heads in disbelief. While other young prospects his size were solely focused on dunking everything in sight, Clingan was in the gym, day after day, perfecting his skyhook, working on his passing out of double teams, and studying film to understand defensive positioning at an elite level. His high school career at Bristol Central wasn't just successful, it was historically dominant, the kind of run that gets your jersey retired before you even graduate. He was putting up stat lines that looked like they were from a video game set on the easiest difficulty. But even with all the local acclaim and statewide recognition, the doubters still had their whispers ready. Is he quick enough for the modern game? Can he defend in space against smaller, faster players? Will his traditional post-game work against NBA athletes? When he made his commitment to play for the University of Connecticut, the basketball community collectively nodded. This made perfect sense. UConn, a program with a legendary history of developing tough, skilled, winning big men. But what unfolded over the next 2 years in stores? Absolutely nobody could have predicted the sheer force of nature this young man would become. His freshman season was about adaptation, learning the college pace, and finding his role on a talented team. But his sophomore campaign, that was a straight-up declaration of dominance. He transformed from a promising prospect into the absolute anchor of a national championship contender, protecting the rim like a sentinel, scoring with ruthless efficiency, and demonstrating leadership qualities that belied his youth. When he declared for the NBA draft, the Portland Trail Blazers front office saw exactly what they had been dreaming of: a foundational big man with throwback skills and a modern mindset, a potential franchise cornerstone to build their next era around. They selected him, and the rest, as they say, is where this incredible story really starts to get good. When Donovan Clingan first touched down in Portland, the external expectations were pretty standard for a highly drafted rookie: contribute some minutes, show flashes of potential, and focus on long-term development. But this young man had a completely different timeline in mind. From his very first summer league appearance, it was obvious something special was brewing. While other rookies were visibly adjusting to the NBA's speed, physicality, and complexity, Clingan carried himself with the poise and understanding of a 5-year veteran. His innate feel for rebounding positioning, his impeccable timing on shot-blocking attempts, his soft touch around the basket, all of it was on display from day one. But here's the element that truly separated him and got the entire organization buzzing: his legendary work ethic. This wasn't some entitled lottery pick relying solely on his God-given size. This was a young man possessed by a desire to maximize every ounce of his potential. We're talking about pre-dawn workouts in the practice facility, late-night film sessions breaking down his own plays and those of legendary centers, and constant, detailed work with player development coaches to refine every single nuance of his game. The Portland coaching staff quickly realized they hadn't just drafted a project. They had acquired a ready-made impact player whose basketball maturity was years ahead of schedule. And impact the game he certainly did. His rookie season was sprinkled with moments of sheer brilliance, games where he'd casually haul in 15-plus rebounds, as if he had a magnet for the ball, nights where he'd swat away 4 or 5 shots and completely dismantle an opponent's offensive strategy. But the real strategic shift occurred when the Blazers coaching staff decided to start running significant portions of their offense through him in the post. This decision changed everything. Defenses were suddenly forced to send double teams, which immediately created driving lanes and open shots for Portland's perimeter players. Clingan's passing out of these double teams evolved into a genuine weapon. His ability to read the floor and make the correct decision improved at a staggering rate, and his overall confidence blossomed with each passing game. Yet through all the individual accolades and growing spotlight, Clingan remained the same grounded, team-first kid from Connecticut, always quick to deflect praise to his teammates, always focused on the collective win rather than his personal stat sheet. The Trail Blazers management knew they had their center for the next decade, and they began constructing their entire defensive identity around his rim-protecting prowess and rebounding dominance. What many analysts predicted would be a simple rebuilding year in Portland suddenly looked far more intriguing and competitive, and a massive reason for that unexpected optimism was the rapid, undeniable ascension of their rookie big man. But just when the league thought they had his scouting report figured out, Donovan decided to unleash a new weapon that would force every defensive coordinator in the NBA back to the drawing board. Now let's get into what Donovan Clingan is doing in the present moment, because the man isn't just playing well. He's putting up statistical numbers that are breaking fantasy basketball leagues and causing real NBA coaching staffs to lose sleep trying to devise a game plan to slow him down. Over his last 10 games, he has been nothing short of a dominant force, averaging a stellar 14.5 points and 11.5 rebounds per game, while shooting an absolutely mind-boggling 55.6% from three-point territory. Just sit with that number for a second. A 7-foot-tall, 280-pound center is connecting on over half of his shots from beyond the three-point arc. That isn't just impressive. That's a statistical anomaly that defies traditional basketball logic, but the insanity doesn't stop there. He has recorded 3 double-doubles in his last 4 games alone, and his work on the offensive glass has been nothing short of elite. He isn't merely grabbing rebounds, he is devouring them, vacuuming up every missed shot within his area with a tenacity that makes him look like he's playing against significantly smaller competition. The most discussed development in his game, however, has been the seismic improvement in his three-point shooting. He has transformed, seemingly overnight, from a non-shooting threat into a legitimate floor-spacing danger, forcing opposing defenses to completely alter their defensive schemes against him. They can no longer afford to sag off into the paint to protect the rim. They now must respect him at the three-point line, which in turn creates expansive driving lanes for his guards and opens up the entire floor for the Blazers' offense. This newfound spacing makes Portland exponentially more dangerous and versatile on that end of the court. What makes Clingan's development trajectory so remarkable is the breathtaking speed at which it has occurred. Most players of his size and archetype require multiple seasons, if not years, to develop a reliable and respected outside shot. Donovan has weaponized his three-pointer in what feels like a single offseason, turning a perceived weakness into a devastating strength. The confidence with which he is currently playing is palpable and infectious. You can see it in his assertive body language on the court, in the way he demands the basketball in crucial moments, and in how he has emerged as a vocal leader for a young team despite his own relative lack of experience. The Portland Trail Blazers, a squad many pundits and fans dismissed before the season even began, are now morphing into a team that no opponent wants to see on their schedule, and Donovan Clingan is the central, undeniable reason for this dramatic shift in perception. His unique ability to dramatically impact the game on both ends of the floor, as a rim-protecting anchor on defense and a floor-stretching threat on offense, makes him one of the most uniquely valuable and promising young talents in the entire association. And perhaps the most exciting part for Blazers fans, he is likely still only scratching the outermost surface of the player he is ultimately destined to become. So what does the future hold for the gentle giant from Connecticut, who is currently taking the NBA by storm? The trajectory isn't just promising, it is blindingly brilliant. We are discussing a young franchise cornerstone who is already flashing all-star caliber potential, while simultaneously possessing immense, identifiable room for continued growth and refinement across his entire skill set. But beyond the gaudy statistics and the expanding collection of highlight plays, Donovan Clingan's ongoing journey imparts the most powerful, universally applicable lesson about personal and professional development. The process of improvement never has a final destination. His evolution from a strictly traditional back-to-the-basket post player into a modern, floor-spacing stretch five serves as living proof that you can always integrate new skills into your repertoire, always adapt to the changing landscape, and always enhance your value by becoming a more complete version of yourself. While the outside world was eager to pigeonhole him as a traditional, low-post big, Clingan was quietly and diligently laboring to expand his shooting range, cultivate new facets of his game, and demonstrate that honoring your foundational strengths does not preclude you from developing exciting new ones. So I need to ask you a direct and meaningful question. What is the three-point shot that you need to add to your own personal or professional game? What is that new skill you have been procrastinating on developing because it feels outside your comfort zone or doesn't align with your established brand? What area of growth have you been consciously or unconsciously avoiding because the learning curve feels steep or intimidating? Take a comprehensive masterclass from Donovan Clingan's personal playbook. Wholeheartedly embrace the uncomfortable and arduous work. Invest the solitary hours when nobody is there to witness your struggle, and maintain an unwavering faith that adding new, dynamic dimensions to your capabilities is what will ultimately render you unstoppable. Your personal evolution might genuinely surprise the people around you today, but tomorrow those same individuals will praise you for your versatility and dynamism. Your willingness to grow and adapt might feel awkward and challenging in this present moment, but in time, it will make you more valuable, resilient, and successful than you ever previously envisioned. Drop a comment below and tell me about one new skill you are currently committed to adding to your own arsenal. And if you genuinely believe that authentic, lasting greatness is born from perpetual evolution and relentless daily improvement, then do me a significant favor. Smash that like button to show your support. Subscribe for more powerful narratives of athletes who are courageously rewriting their own stories. And hit that notification bell so you never miss our breakdown of the next emerging star who is proving, beyond any doubt, that the journey of becoming great is never truly finished. Your own personal evolution is patiently waiting for you to begin. Now, go put in the dedicated work and witness your own incredible transformation unfold.